Welcome to Sufficiently Black, the podcast that explores what it means to be comfortable in your blackness. I'm Janae, here with my co-host.
Yo, what's up? Wait, is there a delay?
Obvious. Is there a delay?
I don't know. Keep going.
There's no delay on my end.
Okay, maybe it's just me. Okay, continue. Sorry.
Okay. So we're a little short this week. Amari, our baby girl, her life's busy. She's moving and shaking, but she'll be back in the next episode. So love you, girl. Love ya. We have a Discord, we have an Instagram, we have a Twitter, we have a YouTube. Follow all those things, pay attention to those things, keep up with us, talk to us, say hello. Other than that, Kia, what's new in life? What's going on with you?
Man, I don't know. A lot. I'm trying to be better in, coming up with some creative brainstorms for work. Trying to, be productive. I'm trying to really work on routine. So I have a habit tracker and I work on making sure I get up on time, making sure I do my daily stretches, making sure I do my daily routines. Because I realize without the routine, I just feel so lost and overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. And I'm also trying to journal more. So just trying to establish some more routines. Your girl's apartment's coming together after this week. It's gonna look really different. It's gonna look amazing. And yeah, your girl's out here thriving. I come alive in the springtime. It was only a matter of time, but your girl is out of hibernation. She's thriving. And I hope I continue to thrive in certain departments. And yeah, that's what's up with me. What's up with you?
Let's see. Work is hectic and busy. I'm doing some traveling for work. I am hosting the Ride With Me show on... I work for Thrillist. Have I ever said that on this podcast? But
you definitely
I work for
have.
A company called Thrillist. And I'm hosting a YouTube show. I'm also working on, a few different projects for them, along with having a 9-to-5 of being a staff writer as well. So that's busy. Me and Kia were just talking before this saying we have to schedule time to see our friends now. And it's it's never really been like that where it's when are you free? When are you free? In my life, I'm actually for the first time trying to be conscious of what I eat and cut out things.
Like what?
This time around, I guess, or for this month, I'm trying to eat less bread and less cheese. So yeah, and also drink a gallon of water every day, which I've been doing, but I fell off and now I'm getting back on. So I'm trying to, work on my health, go to the gym 4 times a week, do all that great stuff, which I'm very sore right now. It's fine. I'll survive. So guys, for our episode today, this is going to be just really loose and messy. My entire segment, which I know it doesn't feel like I've done my segment in forever because we've just been having a lot of guests back to back. But my segment is talking about messy things, answering you guys' questions. So we just wanted to do that. One of my favorite things on the internet right now has been this podcast called Two Hot Takes, where they read crazy Reddit stories and discuss them. So we're going to be taking a look at Reddit today, reading some stories from the Am I the Asshole, thread, page, discussion board, whatever they call it on Reddit. Reddit? I guess you'd call it Reddit. The Am I the Asshole Reddit. Subreddit? I don't know. Anyway, we're going to be diving into some of those stories, and we're also going to answer some of your questions that you asked us on Instagram. Do we have any on Twitter, Kia, or no?
Oh, no. Usually people don't respond to those on Twitter, so I just let Instagram have it.
Well, we have a handful from Instagram, so we'll answer those at as well. Okay, so which one do you want to read first, Kia?
What are my
Um,
options?
yeah, I'll give you two options and you can pick from them. Am I the asshole for wanting my sister to stay even after she objected at my wedding? Or am I the asshole for wanting what I think are normal updates from my wife?
Ooh, let me get the second one real quick.
Okay, the normal updates from the wife. Okay. So this is probably an easy one compared to what you all are used to dealing with. My wife and I have known each other for 20 years, dated for 7, been married for 2. We have a 16-month-old daughter together and a great marriage, generally speaking. As long as we have known each other, we trust each other without exception regarding things like infidelity, abuse, or any of the serious life-altering bad decisions that can happen to a married couple. We have silly, bickering type disagreements like I think most couples do, but there is never yelling, as neither of us grew up in a home where that was common. And we prefer to talk about what went wrong and come to a mutual agreement as to how to keep it from happening again. Anyways, there is this one issue that has been a reoccurring disagreement between us that I'm wondering if I'm being unreasonable and should let it go, or if I'm justified in my thinking. The wife grew up in a home where once of age, she was allowed to go out with friends, come home whenever, and her parents did not expect updates of any kind. I grew up with parents that also let me go out, but they wanted updates about where I was, who I was with, and when they could approximately expect me home. Now, excuse me. Now I can't get updates about anything from her as my spouse. I have told her time and time again that she is allowed to do what she wants, when she wants, and come home whenever you want. I'm your husband, not your boss. All I want to know is where you are and when you think you'll be home. And when there's a change, please let me know so I'm not home worrying about you. But it doesn't happen. Today, she left town while I was at work, but she did not tell me, okay, honey, I'm getting on the road. Love you. I'll let you know when I'm there safe. She just left town and said nothing, and likely would not have said anything when she arrived. I say I deserve these minor updates. She says, I was leaving for town days ago, so why do I have to tell you again when I actually go?
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Do you think she's cheating on him? Okay. That was my first thought. But just because he said they've been married for 2 years, like, why is this an issue now? Like, if you've been together for like 9 years and this is just starting to be an issue, I'm getting cheating vibes.
I don't know. I think this has probably been an undercurrent thing that's annoying him for a while, but he just decided to take it to Reddit. That's the gist that I'm getting.
Well, if that's the case, I think like it's more so like I definitely think he's not the asshole. I think he's right. Like, you are married to someone, you have a child together. Like, what if something happened to her baby and the guy needed to update her or like needed her to like pick up the baby's meds or something? Like, you have a child together. You are like my like emergency contact. So like, yeah, I do need to know if something happens to you. People are gonna come to me and be like, what happened to her? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, that's weird. I think it's normal to like just give an update. I give an update to my friends. Like, my friend's on a date now. I know where she is, just to like know where she is. I think it's more so like in this case, maybe he has to approach her with like, hey, I'm not being controlling. It's just because I generally love and care about you. And if anything were to happen to you, I'd like lose it. Kind of like reframing it in a way. But yeah, he's not the asshole.
I agree. I don't think he's the asshole, and Reddit does not think that he's the asshole either. The majority of votes, you'll get like a tag on it that says asshole or not the asshole, and Reddit says that he's not the asshole. I think that this is a safety and respect thing. I mean, I get wanting your independence, but Like, you can still have your independence and let your partner know where you are for safety. And also, doesn't that kind of bring you closer to your partner? I'm not saying all the time, but being able to check in and knowing what they're doing, who they're with, you guys can kiki about it later, talk about it later. I don't know. I just feel like, why not? You decided to be with this person. Why not let them know where you are? And it doesn't have to be at all times, but just enough.
It's a level of trust too, because I feel like for me, if someone were to like not give me updates, I just feel like I couldn't trust you. And I feel like we're not like, I'm not saying we have to be attached at the hip, but like I do want to know like, oh yeah, my boyfriend's going to a baseball game today. We're not hanging out or whatever. Or like, I don't know. Or I feel like I can at least call you and you not get defensive if I ask you like an update.
Yeah, agreed. One of the top comments on this is, nah, you both have different ways of operating. She is very independent and not used to reporting to anyone. You did/do the check-in thing. I do think that it would be courteous to say I'm leaving on a road trip and let you know of the arrival. Don't think it's required, though, to advise when one is going to the grocery store type of thing. You two need to discuss and come to an agreement, which will likely require compromise on both sides.
Yeah.
Which, I agree.
Compromise, yeah. I don't want to feel like I have to tell you if I'm going to like get a coffee and you're like, where are you? Like, that shit's annoying.
Exactly. I don't want you up my ass in that way, but
if I have a 16-month-old and I'm just up and leaving, like, yeah, that's not cool.
That's not cool. Okay. Next one. Okay. Should we do, am I the asshole for a homeless man asking for food and him telling me what to get him, or him telling me what to get? Mm-hmm. Or am I the asshole for assuming I would be eating the dinner I cooked with the guy I'm dating and then getting upset when that's not the case?
I want to hear both, but can I start with the second one just because you kind of teased it and I gotta know.
Yeah. Okay, earlier, me and Marikia, we talked about this one a little bit. I teased it a little bit, and they were like flabbergasted. So they were flummoxed. So let's dive in. Wait, pause. I have to cough.
The nigga was too stunned to speak. I love that trend on TikTok.
I do too. Okay. Am I the asshole for assuming I would be eating the dinner I cooked with the guy I'm dating and then getting upset when that's not the case? So yesterday, I, 23 female, met with the guy I've been dating for the past year, 28 male. During the date, there was some friction, minor stuff. We ended up talking it out. I slept at his place. We live in different cities. And the following day, he asked me if I wanted to cook a nice meal together. It's something we do for fun and would be fun to make up for the shitty evening. I think he suggested this because he knows I like cooking and spending time with him. Great. Lovely idea. I was very excited to spend some quality time cooking and eating together because we're both foodies. So fast forward, we're walking through the supermarket getting groceries for some elaborate 4-hour recipe we're going to make. We're walking past the veggie aisle or something when he suddenly mentions, yeah, by the way, help remind me to save some food for you so you'll have some as well. I'm like, sorry? What do you mean save some food? Apparently, he has some friends coming over for dinner, and I wasn't invited to stay and eat the actual dinner. He wanted me to cook a 4-hour-long recipe with him, but failed to mention that I couldn't participate in the eating part. I don't understand. I got quiet and upset because I was looking forward to spending some quality time with him, eating some great food, and making up for the not-so-fun date. I also felt stupid and unimportant because of this. He got irritated with me for making assumptions that I would stay over for dinner, and then being quiet and upset and avoidant about it when he told me I couldn't. I told him I was actually quite upset and he didn't tell me I couldn't eat the dinner I would be cooking with him. He'd never asked me to stay for dinner. He just asked me to cook dinner with him and forgot to mention that I couldn't stay to eat it. He got mad at me for being upset and therefore avoidant about it. I can see why it can be frustrating when I get upset because I get very quiet and cold. I'm aware that this is a problem and I'm working on it. On the other hand, I feel like he should have communicated better and maybe cared about my feelings a little more. He normally is a great person and this incident feels way out of character. So, am I the asshole for assuming I would be eating the dinner I cooked with the guy I'm dating and then getting upset when that's not the case? And then you could talk and then I'll read the updates.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this is obvious. If you think she's an asshole, then you're an asshole. I think he is, what was the age again? Can you bring that back to me? 23 and 32? You're on mute.
Oh, I was on mute. She's 23, he's 28.
Oh, this is a manipulation tactic. This is a gaslighting tactic.
And okay, so that's what I was thinking. Her wording in it of kind of apologizing for being upset doesn't sit right with me. Your feelings are very valid for your boyfriend being like, help me, be the scullery maid, basically. Be my sous chef. Help me cook this 4-hour meal, and then you dip, and we can put your shit in the fridge for later. Him being upset at her for having feelings about that. Him becoming upset at her and making a big deal about her being cold and avoidant, and then putting the focus on that. I don't know if that's gaslighting per se, but it's definitely shifting the focus of the very valid reason as to why she's upset.
I think
It's
that's a form of
gaslighting? Okay.
yeah, because he's, first of all, I think I'm sorry, I'm a little weirded out by the 28, 23 thing. It's not the craziest thing, but like being 23 and being 28 is drastically different. It is. I'm sorry. I feel like he intentionally dated her because typically women who are 23, the young 20s, they will kind of put up with anything. They'll kind of do whatever. They're very giving. I mean, I was speaking as someone who was in that phase and I was doing stupid shit left and right. And dudes were like taking advantage of that. And they were just, she's going to do it. I'm just going to, let her do whatever. So I think there's something to be said about the age. And I feel like he's intentionally trying to like date a young person because he knows that he can get away with things like this. And then when you have an ounce of like, oh, that makes me feel shitty, he's going to try to put it on you or be like, well, why did you assume? Anyone that's an actual, not dipshit and an actual loving partner would never say that. That would never come out of their mouths. And I think it's really shitty because I even think about this like recently, how I was telling you guys about the situation, how something bothered me and I wanted to bring it up. And something like I felt like I had to bring it up. I felt more comfortable with this person bringing it up. And then it kind of just hit me that like the reason I never felt comfortable bringing this type of thing up with other people is that I just knew in the back of my mind, like they would gaslight me and be like, well, why'd you feel that way? Like, why'd you do that? But like when it's not a terrible person, like this girl shouldn't even have, it shouldn't even be an issue that she brought it up. Like, I'm your girlfriend. I feel hurt by this. If you care about me, why wouldn't you at least hear me out and we could discuss it? Except your first reaction is, let me gaslight her. Like, your boyfriend's an asshole. He doesn't like you. I don't know.
Yeah. And also, it doesn't make sense that you're making a meal that has leftovers for her, that has enough portions to have leftovers for her, but she can't stay to eat the meal.
Would you do that to your mom? Like,
never.
Exactly. Like, this man would never do that to his mom. He would never ask his mom to come over, go grocery shopping together, cook together, and be like, Ma, the boys are coming. Get your ass out of here. I might bring you some shit tomorrow.
I'm sure he wouldn't do that to his best friend either.
There you go. There you go. Would he?
I'm sure he would not.
He wouldn't. He wouldn't do that. He wouldn't do that to anyone he, like, actually... Honestly, even someone you didn't even know, you wouldn't even do that. That's just straight up rude.
Yeah. It's just rude. So here are some of the updates. The writer said, I ended up not cooking the dinner with him because I didn't feel like it anymore. No homemade barbecue pulled pork for me.
Aww.
Sad face. She said that she referred to him as the guy I'm dating because they both date multiple people and aren't looking for something that feels like the classic boyfriend-girlfriend situation. Honestly, this leads me to wonder if he's making dinner for another hoe, and that's why you can't come. That's honestly what that makes me question. And you're just a good cook, and there you go. He
doesn't like you. I don't know. It just seems like...
I don't think he likes you. I think you cook well and give him pussy. I think that's about it.
And the whole, like, we're not looking for something traditional. Like, bitch, yes, you are. You're lying to yourself, I feel like. Mm-hmm. And two, he probably gaslit you into thinking that shit, too. Like, it's always the people... Like, I was listening to guys who fucking... They were all... Corinna is always like... The people that never want to be in, like, the monogamous relationship is typically the person that, like, can't even do that right, but somehow wants to date multiple people. It's like, you can't even date one person right, but you want to go ahead and be like, I'm poly. You're not really poly, though. Like, you're actually just a piece of shit, and you're using poly as a way to, like, manipulate people, you know? Seems like this guy is like that. Like, oh, I don't love, like, traditional relationships. I think we should just, you know, you should come here, cook for me, give me pussy, and I should be able to kick you out. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, that's what that is.
So someone commented and said, it would be kind of like telling someone, hey, I'm having a party tonight. Will you come over and help me get ready? Then kicking them out when the guests arrive because they're not actually invited. Totally absurd. I can't imagine what he was thinking. There you go.
He was thinking, I don't like this bitch and I want someone to make this food.
Exactly. He was like, I want someone to help me make this elaborate ass meal. That's what I'm looking for.
It probably was for another girl, because why would you be doing that for your homie?
Why would you do that for your homie? Even if it was like business associates, wouldn't you want a cute girl there on your arm? So not only do they think you're banging at work, but you're banging in your social life too. I don't know. This just doesn't make sense. I think he was cooking dinner for another woman who he found more impressive than her.
Yeah, he was probably trying to do the bare minimum, like, babe, come over. I can cook. Yeah, this was super fun. I felt like it was like 10 minutes. Wow.
No, babes, it was a while.
Yeah, okay. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah. All right, so thank you so much for tuning into this week's episode. You can talk to us on social media at sufficientlyblk. Email us at sufficientlyblackedpodcast@gmail.com with any questions or feedback. You can listen to us anywhere you get your podcasts, and don't forget to follow us so you don't miss any new episodes. Until next time,
bye.
Bye.